My 27 years old female boyfriend, 30 male, of 10 months, flipped out when I wouldn't keep my clothes at his place anymore. I'm looking for some advice with my relationship with my boyfriend. I don't know where to start and I hope this makes sense. I'm disappointed and hurt by my boyfriend's reaction when I approached him about my concerns. Please know I'm not the petty type, nor do I ignore issues or problems. However, I make every attempt at being civil and calm when I do air any concerns. We each have our own place. A few months back, my boyfriend suggested I could keep some of my personal belongings at his house, like a toothbrush, spare and eyes, 2 pairs, and PJs, long sleeve and pants. It made it easier in the sense that I didn't have to pack those items for when I stayed over. I stay over every other weekend. However, I've noticed that when I use my PJs or undies, they will stay in the hamper until I sleep over again. The first time we washed our clothes at his place, he said he meant to do them but forgot. I said no problem, but if you don't want to do them, it's not a big deal. I would just take my clothes home. He said it was an agreement. It's kind of gross to keep clothes around for 2 weeks unwashed. Nothing changed after this conversation, and this continued for a few more weeks, except I noticed he wasn't washing his clothes either. Yesterday I became agitated that I was washing both of our dirty clothes every time I'd stay over. My time went from being with him to being his washer and dryer while he's raiding or gaming with his friends on his PC. Normally this type of thing wouldn't bother me, but it's 2 weeks worth of his clothing plus the PJs and undies I wore the last time I was there. I ended up bringing all my clothes home. As soon as he noticed my clothes were missing, he flipped out. He accused me of leaving him, not the case at all. I waited until he was done yelling, and in a soft, calm voice, I explained to him that I didn't want to leave my clothes there anymore because they are always dirty and I wanted to clean them. Furthermore, it wasn't fair of him to expect me to wash all of his clothes when I'm there. I told him when I come over it's like us to hang out but find it difficult when I'm washing all his clothes. He went on about having to work all the time. He works 10 hours a day, 4 days a week, while I only go to school. I'm in a full-time post-grade program. Then he told me to grow up. He hasn't spoken to me since then. What an immature dude, huh? Like, it was something if he asked her nicely to wash his clothes, like a favor, I would maybe do it, probably. But do it like passive-aggressive mode doesn't work for me. And I think doesn't work for this lady, and I think she should just, let him do his thing. It's his responsibility after all. What you guys think, I always like to know.